So you guys stand on the crest of the hill outside of Corin. The smoking ruins of the city now lie in front of you, pillars of smoke rising high into the sky, and the screams of civilians and the sounds of a retreating army are echoing around you. Leon stands on the hill, in front of your limp and borderline unconscious bodies, himself bleeding heavily. He lowers your body, Timaeus, after forcing you to watch what he has unleashed onto the world, and mutters to himself, a clean slate. Standing upright, wincing and holding a hand to his side, he looks down at your group and says, You know, I trusted you guys once. I want to trust you again. The only reason, the only reason why you guys are still alive are because you fight better than anyone I have ever seen. And I want you to see what I am going to build. Now, if you want to slink off into the shadows, I won't stop you. But my hope is that you see that there is no point resisting this. I will break the corruption of the kingdom. And yes, he winces, grasping the wounds that you guys have cut deep into him. I will build something better. And as he says that, he slowly pulls himself away from the crest, leaving you guys broken and bloodied in front of the abhorrent display of mass casualties in front of you, leaving you alone on the hill. Eventually,
I would like to bleed out as a free action.
well, eventually you guys are able to pull yourself together. Leon leaving you alive, but barely.
Well, let me see what spells I have to get us up a bit.
Bear in mind you have not long rested.
Yes, yeah, no, I haven't changed.
I am going to cast. Who really needs some help right now?
I'm going to
All
cast.
of you.
I'm going to cast. Yeah, we're all at one hit
hold
point,
on,
Connor.
hold on, but no, hold on. We haven't. Did we have a
No.
short rest within the
No.
last session?
No.
I will cast a prayer of healing.
No. We use that. We use the short rest of prayer of healing.
And that's what I meant. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, another prayer of healing won't do anything then.
It'll give us like a small amount of hit points.
And then, yeah, but I might as well just do other spells.
The best I have is a cure wounds at second level.
Yeah, I can cast Cure Wounds at second level on myself. So, unless Harper's got some mass healing word, it's nonsense.
I still have one 5th level slot, so I will cast a mass cure wounds.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and throw
Whoa.
that.
Okay.
4.
I don't know why, but I got Harper's dice on my screen and they are
Yeah,
massive.
me too.
I think they've changed the UI a bit,
Well,
but
34
everybody
heals.
gets 34.
Yeah, they've changed the game log symbol as well. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh well. That's going to get very
Also-
confusing when multiple people are rolling at the same time.
I've also got one more use of Channel Divinity, so let's.
Probably should have used that
use
first.
I'll let you swap it around if you want. So you do Channel Divinity, everyone up to half, then Mass Cure Wounds.
Yeah, but I won't have enough to get everybody up to half anyway.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
So it's going to be 70 points. So if I say
how many of us are
like-
there? 5.
5, so I'm just going to say I'm going to give myself and
You can give
Brendan
everyone
20,
14 hit
everybody
points and
else.
it'd be even.
Oh, go on then, yeah, we'll do that then. Everyone gives 14.
Cool.
Is that 14 on addition to the
Yes.
35?
Yes.
To a maximum of your half.
Yeah, well, I'm still not at my half, so it's not a big issue.
I have
I'm
20
2
points.
off my half.
I have 20 points of lay on hands. Don't we keep that? What should I do with that?
Key, unless you desperately need it for yourself. Actually, do you know what? I'd use it on yourself, but keep like a few points remaining just in case.
I'll keep 10.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm going to
bump up
cast Cure Wounds on
so-
myself for the same reason.
Actually, yeah.
More dice throwing out on the screen. Not a fan
I
of
will
this.
I want to see if I
cast,
can figure out how to turn that off, because it's very actually kind of annoying.
I'm casting cure wounds myself as
That
well.
is stupid annoying.
That is 27.
Question, if I may.
Yep.
Yes.
We leveled up on the last session, didn't we?
We level 14.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So if I level up, so basically, I leveled up and then changed my spells. Oh no, did I change?
Mhm.
No, I fuck up because I can only change them on a long rest.
So you gain the spell that you would get from leveling up, but you can't change your previous spells.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Cool.
Cool.
When I
Right.
leveled up, I increased my hit points increased, so they went up as well. So I
That's fine.
just dumped that back down
That's fine.
to 1.
Okay. Are we done licking our wounds, as it were?
Yeah.
Just
Curing
seeing if
our
there's
wounds?
anything else worth casting, but I don't think so.
Okay. So after gaining back your hit points, summoning what little magic you have left to restore yourselves, you stand in front of the burning city. What would you guys like to do?
Just before I know, we'll
hold
cast a mass healing word.
Oh, see.
Another mass healing word. God fucking damn it, Arthur.
Right. I. Oh no. I need that.
It's another 20 for everybody.
20 more
I
hit
am-
points. Hooray!
I am
God
nearly
damn.
full again, guys.
Oh god, I can't wait till we get to the final fight and I just rip Harper to pieces. It's going to be so good.
Oh no, I think Harper's gonna be sword buddies with Tobias. So
No, I
Yeah.
think he's gonna be able to pull some Deadpool bullshit where the pieces just stitch themselves back together.
that's what he done with regeneration, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I used to get the win against.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fucking
so
slimy bastard.
you guys stand in front of the burning city. What would you like to do?
I would like to head towards the city because there's nowhere else to go and there might be survivors.
Fair enough. As you do, you see the Leon's army kind of splitting into two groups. One seems to be heading west, one heading southeast. Ignoring that for the moment, you march towards the city, breaching the now crumbling city walls. It's a complete devastation. The shining marble that was there, the flowing aquifers, have been reduced to nothing but rubble. You see families pulling out survivors and corpses alike from the wreckage around you. And the central citadel of the administration, and by extension the king, is a smouldering ruin. The two other citadels of the Divinitas and the Arcanum, although more sound, are still crumbling actively from the detonation that you saw.
All right, guys.
Where would be sort of the most likely to find like, so to say, people of importance, people of note?
Well, the people of importance that you were speaking to last session were in the royal citadel, the one
Would
in
it
the
be,
center.
but would it be likely for them to still be there, or would they have gone somewhere else after, like during the battle?
Make a insight check for me.
Okay. That is a 17.
17. You would know that it is very common for leadership to stay behind the back lines, probably inside the citadel, sending messengers out towards the front lines to give directions. You think it's unlikely that, given how far the army had progressed, that they would have left. It's only if they were like about to breach the walls that they would have joined the front lines, and the bomb was dropped before that happened.
I would like to start heading towards there then
Okay.
to see what the state of that is.
The rest of you?
Stay together, I guess. No reason
Yeah.
not to.
No
Unless
need to
obviously
spell.
I find someone desperately in need of help on the way.
Okay. Well, I mean, you do. You see plenty of people who are struggling to recover, either who are heavily injured, who are there, or who are trying to pull others from the wreckage.
Ah, shit. And Tomas will break off and help with those people. Anyone who like needs something heavy lifted or some emergency first aid, that sort of deal.
Brendan is going to help as well, and he's also going to use his lay on hands to stabilize anyone who really needs
Okay.
it.
Spend another 5 lay on hands points just to, you're doing 1 hit point at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. Rivik, Esmeralda, and Harper. Are you guys sticking together?
Yes, essentially on the idea that it'd be great to help everybody, but we need to see what
I'm gonna
what
say-
those that could help
yeah.
the most. Like
I'm gonna
their
say-
position is in.
Yeah, Brendan and Timaeus, you do follow along with the group, but you're lagging behind a little bit. You're,
Yeah, that's
you're
fine.
helping people as you go along. Eventually you make it to the ruins of the Royal Citadel. It doesn't seem like anything survived. The entire thing is still billowing smoke into the air. And for a moment, all hope seems to be lost until a figure emerges from the wreckage. Covered in soot and barely standing himself is Prince Olan, and he is supporting the
man.
unconscious figure of Princess Madison. He's coughing as the smoke fills his lungs, but he's determined to get his sister to safety. And as he sees you, he staggers over his own feet, falling out of the wreckage and onto the path in front of him.
I go
What?
to him.
Yeah, sort of offer help where we can.
The group approaches, he looks up and you see tears welling in his eyes as he says, "What the hell happened?"
There was dragons and they dropped bombs. Other than that, don't know.
He's going to nod and slowly lower Madison to the ground, say, "She's still breathing. Barely."
Harper,
Like,
can
yep.
you?
Yeah, I've got still spells for that. I will throw a level 1 cure wounds.
Okay. Madison, her eyes kind of slowly flitter open as she again coughs, rolling onto her side.
Points for
As she looks up and says, we didn't do enough. There was no way out of this. What do we do now?"
Right now, we gather as many wounded as we can, save as many lives as we can. Once we've done that, then we'll focus on the next step.
Olan is going to speak up. "We can't. The army is heading towards the churches. If we lose them, then everything else is lost."
Okay, you two stay here. Organize the rescue attempt. Get as many people as you can to health. If you've got any troops that are still fighting shape, organize them to the best of your ability and then send them to the churches for whatever backup they can provide. I suppose I turn to the others. We could go ahead to one of the churches. We'd have to choose which one and maybe help there.
We'll still need to rest beforehand. We're not in any condition to fight.
I think it's more than one day to get to the nearest church anyway, to be honest.
You'll be able. Olan is going to speak up. "You'll be able to rest on the way to the churches, but you'll only be able to beat the army to one of them."
To be blunt, I know that, Harper, I know that me and you are part of life. But I think we need Order. Order are the strongest when it comes to martial combat. I don't think light scrying or even their divine like smiting will be much use here, considering the fact that, well, Leon does it better. We need people on the ground, people who can hold their own in a physical fight.
Can they hold their own against the dragons?
Maybe not, but
Exactly.
what's your suggestion then, Esmeralda?
I would prefer to go to a more supportive and go with light.
Okay.
Olan's going to speak up. No one knows where the Light's headquarters are.
That seems short-sighted and dumb. What? How?
We know that the Life is to the west. It's quite well known. We know where the Orders is, but the only person who knows where the Light's main church is located is, well, Mr. Grey. And he's going to look to the wreckage behind him.
Light clerics that were here before the battle, where are they?
Well, I assume either helping the wounded or retreating back to the church.
Okay. And where's Grey?
He's going to look to the wreckage behind him. I couldn't see his body.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But
Well, that was my best suggestion. and only suggestion.
I guess
Oh.
our choices are life or order, and I still stand by order.
I would lean towards life, but I understand where you would go with order.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't think it would matter either way, because their
Indeed.
dragons can reach there faster. Their dragons can carry their bombs.
Agreed, which is why I thought light would be the best option, but unfortunately, it is not in our repertoire right now.
Would
Oh.
we have been able to have any indication onto where the dragon went after it was done with its stuff?
Yes, you would have done. You would have seen it fly away. Though, do me a favor. Anyone who wants, can you roll an intelligence check for me?
Sure,
Or
me and my
history.
-1 have got this.
Oh,
I'd
I
say
can do
intelligence
this.
or history.
A history?
I'll do
Okay.
history.
I hate these new dice.
Oh yeah, there's so much. Okay,
I rolled a
I've
fucking
looked.
3.
I can't find a way to disable them anywhere.
okay.
Okay.
I got a
17.
3. You got a 3.
Rivik got 17.
I got
Rivik, you-
13.
Rivik
pull-
knows stuff.
Well, Rivik, specifically, you know about the Arcanum Stronghold, the one that you detonated.
Yeah.
You are able to recall both the interior of the dungeon and as you were prowling around the interior, what was there. You only saw the manufacture of one of those bombs, and it seems like it was saved for the most important target. You don't think they're going to be able to do that level of destruction again, but they do still have dragons on side. So it's still highly, highly dangerous, but they're not going to be able to wipe it out in one go.
Okay.
Oh guys,
Uh,
I think I figured out how you do it. You got to press the dice bit in the bottom left.
Yep.
And press disable 3D dice.
Oh, ha-ha!
Oh yeah, I did that ages ago.
Fuck yeah!
Where the fuck is that?
Bottom left-hand corner, where you would normally select to do dice, and it's just got the right to toggle.
I just want to roll
Okay.
sleeves.
Either way, Rivik, you're fairly
Yep,
certain
okay.
they do not have another bomb.
I don't believe
at
the
least a bomb
Arcanum
of
will
that
have
scale.
another bomb.
Fuck that thing. I hate it so much.
And thankfully, Rivik, you would also know that you destroyed the only place where they can make those bombs.
Fuck yeah. The automaton factory is down. Yeah, okay.
To the
I would
campus.
relay that information. There are there is unlikely to be any more Arcanum nukes. That stronghold we disabled exploded. I think is the only place they're able to manufacture them. It means that the tanks are gone, the bombs are gone. Anything that they might have been producing en masse, also gone. But anything that they managed to escape that stronghold with before we destroyed it is probably still out there. They'll probably have a number of dragons still on side and, well, at least a few tanks, I would imagine.
I mean, there's no guarantee they didn't make any additional nukes. We don't. Admittedly, they can't make any more, sure, but we don't know how many they actually had. For all we know, they have a stockpile.
There is a possibility they might have some kind of off-site storage, but, well, it's almost impossible to know.
So what you're saying
That's probably
is we should go in knowing that those strikes are limited, and even if they did have more, they're unlikely to use them unless they absolutely can't avoid it.
But they're
If they
targeting the
have,
destruction of the churches themselves. So
Good point.
is it anyone we can
This-
send word ahead? Or is that just us?
Well, unless you know some kind of sending spell, I don't think so.
No, that is not within my.
Sorry, Rivik, you keep trying to say something.
this this use of the nuke was strategic. They were able to hit all 3 sectors, 4 sectors. How many churches?
Well, there are 3
Uh,
churches and then the kingdom.
And the administration. So 4.
No,
4
there was
sectors of the opposition.
Not particularly. The churches only had a skeleton crew here each. Admittedly, they had some higher-ranking people, but the bulk of their forces are still at each of their strongholds. As bad as
it was
this
more.
is, oh, go on.
Going to say it was more their ability for the churches to work together,
Mm.
if that makes sense.
Yes.
What he's done
Okay.
is then, rather than acting as
Destroy
one massive
cooperation.
army, It's now 3 smaller armies.
As bad as this is,
Divide
it's
and
not
conquer.
completely impossible. We could theoretically travel to each of the churches and assemble the army anew. However, whichever church we don't go to now is a church that could be attacked whilst isolated. So we need to pick whichever church we think is the most valuable and go there straight away.
I think Leon would head for the Church of Life because he saw what Harper was able to do.
Based on
knew-
the army that you saw beforehand, one splitting west and one splitting southeast, he's diverting his forces in 2.
Yeah, he's going to both. The only one he's probably not going to is Light because, like us, he doesn't know where it is. So we have to choose which church we're going to support. Now, I really want to go to Life because not just because I'm part of it, same as Harper, but obviously we've got friends there. Althea is there, and I very much want to help her. But I do think, from a tactical perspective, the Church of Order is going to be more immediately useful. Healing is great, but we don't have the troops to truly benefit from that level of healing. Also, I'm kind of hoping that their healing capabilities will allow them to hold out longer, giving us time to reinforce Order and then bring Order to Life's rescue.
So let them bunker up, and while we go grab the attack force, and then Splinter attack them hit the army from both ends.
That is my hope. It's optimistic at best, though.
There's
what else?
something I would like to try.
Go ahead.
Needing 10 minutes to do so, Blake, I'd like to cast Commune.
Oh yeah, go for it.
However, I know, so I've cast this for the second time before a long rest, so I have a 25% chance to not get any answer to my questions.
I'm going to roll a d4 on a 1. You don't get any, or you don't get relevant answers.
I will know, so like obviously if it is a 1, let me know.
It is not.
Okay, so I will ask the deities. I'll ask, do we think our support would be better spent going to assist the Order of Light rather than Life?
Life rather than
We
Order.
can't get
It's-
to Light.
It's
Sorry,
either
what's
life or order.
Sorry, Life. Sorry, it's better going to Life rather than Order.
Is there an inconclusive option?
Bell.
I mean,
So they
yeah,
can give an unclear answer.
yeah, this one's unclear.
would they? This is Nativus he's asking. Would they not be biased?
They would be biased to protect their church, but they're also biased to protect. They're also aware of what would be most beneficial for life as a concept.
Ah,
You know?
yeah.
And I asked it in a way that was I'm asking for it in a non,
It's
without
not-
any
yeah.
feelings taken into account.
Yeah, it's not the church. Yeah. It's
Because like if I
this
asked,
would be
oh, would you prefer I went for the Order of Life, then that
Yeah.
would be an obvious answer.
No, this is inconclusive.
Okay.
So
So
I mean, I'll relay that to the others, and which kind of highlights who knows.
yeah,
like,
it
which is the
truly
better
seems to
option.
be up in
A
the
coin
air.
flip.
It's our choice. So let's take a vote on it. I
Still
personally am
two more
voting...
still 2 more questions first.
Go on. Oh,
Yeah,
if
I'll
you
see
wish
what I
us to
can
ask
do
them.
with them. I just don't know what I can ask, which really.
it has to be yes
could
and
give
no,
us any more-
right?
Yeah, they have to be yes or no question. I mean, you know what? I'll relay to everybody else if they have a question for me to ask. Then feel free to
I got
to
nothing.
say it to me.
Anyone?
That's not going to think of.
It's a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out a yes or no question we can ask to try and figure out where the Church of Light's headquarters is.
Oh, is the Church of Light near the
Nearby.
capital? Wait, no, because then that's near his relative.
Direction.
Shit.
We need
Direction
directions.
again, yeah? Is it north?
No, because it's too isolating if we ask, is it north?
Yeah.
Do we only have one question left?
No, we have two. We
got
have two.
Hmm.
You could split. You could say is it north or south?
No, because
And
that's
if it
not.
comes back inconclusive, then
That's not a yes
yeah,
or
it's
no
not a yes
question.
or no. But you're not saying is it north or is it south. You're saying is it one of
Ah.
north or south, and then you've taken out two options,
That's true. Actually, that's a good point. The capital isn't the capital on like
and
the
then you
southern
could limit a
coast?
direction.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Is the capital not? I thought the capital was on the southern coast.
No, the capital is basically in the central.
Dead
It's called
center.
Corin
Okay,
'cause
so you
it's the
can go in
core.
every direction.
It's called Corin because it's at the core of the kingdom.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Okay, so yeah, but then
You could,
obviously
yeah, do,
cardinal
like,
directions are all
lateral,
well and
yeah.
good, but cardinal
Doesn't really
directions
Yeah,
are a
define
because
lot.
it still doesn't know. Mean if like it could be like half a day's journey away. It could be 2 weeks.
Also,
away.
it's a big area. Like north is an entire quarter of the world.
I don't know if there's any questions realistically we can ask that help in this current situation.
Oh, that's a good
think the first-
question. Is there a specific question we could ask that'd be super duper useful? And then if he gives us a no, then we know not to bother with the third one.
Then that's a real. Then it still puts us in the same spot. If
I
it
know.
puts in the because if it says yes, then that's just going to piss us off because then we know there is something we can ask, but we can't think of what we
Because
should
we're
be
too
asking.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that like I'll say I don't think there's anything else we can ask at this time.
No, it's just
Okay.
Part of me
The-
just wants to ask if it's like in the northern, like if we split the capital. Was it the capital?
We might
that
as well
just blew up?
waste the last two on
I mean,
something.
Come to think of
Like
it, I guess
if we
like,
split the capital in half, if it's south of the half or north of the half, that
that's
at
a
least gives
similar
us.
sort of question to what the Rivik suggested. But
Is it up? No.
Yeah.
So it's down. Cool.
to be fair,
Yeah.
it might not. The answers might not help us now, but it still might be useful.
this is
somewhere
fair.
down the
This
line.
is fair. So, do you know what? Ask
So-
the north-south question. Ask if it's north or south, and then obviously if it says no, then we know it's east or west.
Okay, so I will go for is it north or south?
Inconclusive.
Bitch, even the gods don't know where this fucker is.
Wait,
No, that's not
No,
what
no.
the answer was.
that means
It's
we're on
down.
top of it.
Is it in the city?
No, that is not the question we're asking.
I'm the one who basically says the final.
Yeah.
We're basically standing on top of it. If it's inconclusive, it's either we're on top
It's
of it or it's not in this plane.
Inconclusive.
Or it doesn't exist.
Unless they don't know themselves because they're not omniscient. And it says in the
Oh.
spell. So there is the possibility that they don't know the
They
answer
just don't know.
themselves.
Okay.
Fuck.
So we have three options.
Hmm.
Either the gods don't know where it is literally right.
We
on
could just
us.
ask them if they know, right?
That's what I was gonna say. We could ask them, do they know where it
Just
is?
ask
Yeah,
him.
but if they say
do you
yes,
actually know?
Yeah, but if they say yes, how does that help us? And if they say no, how does that help us?
There's something
If
for
he
me I
says
can ask
no,
about
then we
future date.
disregard the information. If he says yes, then it means potentially it's just down.
Well, then we could just ask, is it down?
Yeah, but if that's
Alright,
an
fair enough.
inconclusive, then we're still in the same spot.
We could ask.
I still because at the end of the day, these are questions I can ask follow-ups on a different after a different long run.
Yeah.
So I will go with do you know where it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's a
Okay.
follow up for later.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll leave that there.
Noted. Note that,
Right.
people.
So with that interlude out of the way, Olan is going to look around at his now ruined city. Look back at you and say, "So is the Church of Order."
I think that we need to hold that to a vote. I say order, but I believe Esmeralda said life. So
I said light, but
Light.
we can't find it. But
Yeah, but I
then
thought you-
life.
yeah, exactly. We can't
Yeah.
find life. So between order and life, you're saying life.
hmm
Okay. In that case, Rivik, order or life?
I would have said life originally, but I've got to be honest. You argued a good point.
Okay.
I feel like part of me feels like without order, we could probably just march our way through, provided we have enough people to heal us. But then we would also be sacrificing a whole bunch of people in that process.
Okay.
So let's go to order, use order to reinforce life, and hope for the best.
Okay.
Okay.
Rivik. No, sorry, Harper.
I think Harper would stay true to where he's from, and he would say life.
All right. Brendan.
Then we got Brendan the tiebreaker.
I would like to
feel like
say
pressure.
life, but I'm pretty sure life can hold out so much longer than us, than order, if on a full siege.
Don't ask what Connor would think. What would Brendan think?
Brendan right now is worried for his home, so order.
Okay,
That's a tie broken.
that's order.
He did basically just die to Leon.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and then well, home is being invaded, so
Okay.
Fair enough. That's our decision then.
So
To be clear, Nick really wanted to go to life, but Tobias would say order. So
okay. Well, with the vote being decided, you guys leave the city, helping whatever civilians you can, and begin the long march to the southeast towards
Well-
the home of the Church of Order.
well, we have a bunch of mounts, so I'm pretty sure we're fine.
Oh no, even without mounts, a group
Um,
of people moves faster than an entire army.
Actually, but before we left, would it have just been okay to quickly ask Olan something?
Yes, of course.
I'll say to him, this isn't normally the kind of thing I would bring up, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm not. Oh God, I don't want to say this, but the people that have fallen here, they might have useful things that we can take that might help us in our future endeavors. Would it be okay to see if there's anything salvageable?
Jesus.
I mean, that isn't. I mean, I have no quarrels with it. It's strategically sound, if nothing else. But you'd need to find their bodies, and that could take days.
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want to spend long, but just a short search might turn up something.
Again, there is a mile long pile of rubble to search through. You can give it a go if you roll high enough, then maybe.
This was a thriving city, right?
Yes.
With many
But-
stores and shops.
Still, I mean, but we're talking stuff that would be relevant to what Harper is asking would be on the people
I
who were
suppose
the
it,
leaders.
yeah, it would have been confiscated for the siege.
But yeah, you can find several thousand meters of rope and stuff. Cool.
I want several
But-
thousand of meters of rope to be added to my pack, please.
Just seeing if I've got
Uh,
anything worth
But if
casting.
you're talking
for it.
powerful magical items, then it's going to be on the people who are using them. And again, they're somewhere in there. Lord knows they definitely did not survive.
All right, I'm gonna go get the horses ready. Catch you guys in a minute.
Yeah, I've got nothing that I could cast that would be of any use.
Okay, object, locate person.
I don't know
Oh,
if locate
sorry.
person would work because they're dead.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
object
locate
would work then.
The nearest corpse.
But then, yeah, okay.
If they're not a person,
Let's
they're an
stick with dead.
object.
If only I could resummon Dave, he'd help.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Harper, are you giving it a
I will go
or-
for a quick, just sort. In fact, I'd want to roll to see if I can find anywhere that looks like the rubble isn't quite so drastic, or that it's moved into another location. As in,
I'm gonna
rolled
say that
elsewhere.
dude, a nuke was dropped on the place where you're trying to look. I'm gonna let you roll a survival check, but I'm gonna put the DC at 30. Because you are searching through a mile long. The citadel was fucking massive. Again, a mile long, easily. I will let you roll though. If you can get a 30, then you will.
Well, for the funsies, if someone doesn't mind giving me a guidance, and then
Guidance.
Guidance.
is there any other bonuses that are theoretically possible?
Stuff,
Well, is it
Uh,
these?
If
Plus
Sonia
refresh.
holds off, if Sonia holds off on guidance, leaving it to leaving Brendan to do it instead, then I'll say she can do Flash of Genius.
I don't think I have any left.
Sonia doesn't have
I'm
any
just
left. Unfortunately.
checking. Oh no, I have one left.
There
Oh,
we
there
go.
you go. Let's see if I can roll a
20.
no, a flat 20. So
Oh,
No,
so
there's no way.
I
The
can't-
highest
can't
you could
roll
get
it.
would be like a 28 or 29. No,
Uh,
unfortunately, searching through the rubble, you do find corpses of servants and lesser clerics and paladins. You do not find any of the 4 or 5 bodies that you need to.
okay, no, leave it there then.
Okay, so you guys joining Timaeus to ready the horses and magic horses in Brendan's case, to travel southeast. You begin the long march you do see in the distance the commotion of the army, which you are outpacing. And after 2 days' travel, long rest if you wish, you make it to the Church of Order. And once again, I remind you all that whilst inside this area, you cannot lie. There is no save, you just can't.
So, when do we think bitch boy pussy ass Leon's going to get here?
Not even a lie. That's just an opinion.
That was the joke.
He's not under the effects. He's just talking.
That is just the...
No. Yeah, after camping outside, taking your long rest and heading in, you see the polished marble and clean edges of the Church of Order, everything gilded with silver and sapphires. As you head in, you see that everyone seems to be on the war front. They are actively sharpening swords, practicing maneuvers, practicing formations. However, you do only see maybe at max a few hundred soldiers.
Brendan, do you want to take point on this? It is your home.
May as well. And our highest sword leader, Paladin, we're pretty sure it's dead.
Well, that makes you the person in charge, I think.
I think there's
Yeah,
others on my rank.
And, you would know that the person who promoted you, she promoted you to one rank below herself. But as I think you were a higher paladin, right? You got promoted?
Paladin, of
Yeah.
course.
It's the higher paladin, Lord paladin. She was the Lord paladin. She
Is there only
promoted you to
one
higher
Lord Paladin?
There is only one Lord Paladin.
Ooh.
There's several higher paladins though.
So you are now essentially in joint command of your entire order. Go abuse your authority.
I'm going to walk up to one of the nearest soldiers and ask, "Where are the higher paladins?"
The higher paladins are inside. He's going to look at you. Paladin.
Paladin Brendan, higher Paladin Brendan.
His eyes kind of go wide. Oh, my apologies, my lord. As he bows in front of you, your kin are inside preparing war plans for the coming invasion. I can take you to them if you wish.
Please. We're
Uh,
short on time.
He is going to nod. Your companions are, of course, more than welcome.
Thank you. Let us rush.
As he, raising himself from his very deep bow, he is going to motion you inside of the temple. You snake your way around, eventually crossing paths with the two high paladins guarding the entrance to the secret library, before heading upwards towards the, I guess you'd say, penthouse. Is it the penthouse? The highest floor of the temple, overlooking the forest in front, before
Bell
you.
tower?
And there is a bell on top of it. The bell tower is above the penthouse, I guess. Again, the room is, to say it is slick, polished marble and silver adornments everywhere. A massive mahogany table in front of you. And around it are maybe about half a dozen paladins and the same amount of clerics, including, of course, High Priest Sacristan. They all seem to be like in a shouting match, arguing fiercely over what the correct course of action is. Over the course, as this happens, Sacristan is going to look up and hobble his way towards you with a smile on his face, though his eyes hang low with tiredness and fatigue. He says, "Brendan, it is so good to see you. Ironically, this is the one place where we can't seem to find any order."
Oh, we better find it soon because they're on their way. We passed them up here.
You come from the capital, then?
There is no capital.
His eyes go wide. What happened to? 1 second. Pause. What happened to Armeni?
I think she's dead. Prince Olong was in the citadel when it was bombed with everyone else, and so only he and the princess managed to barely pull her out. That's really
If the capital was bombed, how did he survive?
That is a question that I had only just thought of.
That I do not know, and we were too busy to. We didn't have time to figure out.
Odd that
Listen,
two untrained or moderately trained individuals survived when the most powerful paladins in the land didn't.
regardless if Ameni is lost, and we will mourn her loss, that means we have no one to take rightful command. And he looks over his shoulder. I think everyone here is too caught up in their own power to understand what true command is. May Lauren guide us.
Sounds
Speaking
like
of Lauren, what of the king? If the capital was gone, what does our Lord do?
he wasn't even there.
I look at him sorrowfully.
Lauren failed us? He doesn't defend his own kingdom?
Didn't see him, not even a shadow.
We can't give up hope. There must be some grand design to all of this. For the minute, looking over his shoulder, this is our task. So I have no idea how to go about fixing it.
Well, the only idea we came up with on the way here was to take our soldiers and break through their lines early and head straight for life and reinforce them.
Break through their lines before they even reach us.
If they'll be sieging an empty church.
I like it. The only problem is we need a more unified command to do that. And unfortunately, Brendan, as a high paladin, I don't think you have any authority to break through this.
I was promoted during the during meeting. I'm now higher paladin.
And many saw the same thing I did then.
Yes.
He's going to pull you into a hug. Brendan, I need you to take charge of this. If you're a higher paladin, then you're the same rank as everyone in this room. You have as much authority to speak as they do.
All
Be a
right.
leader.
All right then. I'm looking after I said that. I'm looking at the people who are they still shouting at each other?
Yes, it's violent. You feel like there's at least a few of the higher paladins who are going to leap over the table at this point.
I use thaumaturgy to make my voice booming
I was going to do the same thing.
and just boom.
Silence!
Okay, do me a favor, roll an intimidation check, and because you're using thaumaturgy, roll with advantage.
I cast guidance on him.
You cast guidance on him.
Okay, that's going to be 1d4 extra. That's going to be 23.
19 plus a d4.
Plus one.
Plus 1.
24.
These guys are stubborn-willed, so I'm going to have them roll to see if they acknowledge you. As you shout your booming commands, everyone in the room in an instant falls immediately silent. Although they are still stiff-backed and proud of themselves, there seems to be an unconscious recognition of a powerful force in the room as they look at you, expectantly.
You are paladins of order and you're bickering like children with an army at your doorstep.
Brendan's mad.
I'm so proud of him.
Harper's fanning his
Go on,
face.
Brendan. You kick the door in. Go on, land it, bring it home.
We have no capital. Church of Light is somewhere. Church of Life is whatever they're doing. And we have an army at our doorstep. You're in this room bickering like children about what to do. So I have a little plan that might help us out a little bit, and I would like you to hear it. Can I do that?
Everyone's going to look at each other, the clerics and paladins, like muttering to themselves, before once again falling silent, looking towards you.
Thank you. The plan isn't the best, but it is useful. We know the army's here. It'll be here soon. But what if the army, they're here expecting a fight? What if they don't get one? We just leave. we leave this church. We leave Church of our Order, and head back up Life. Then we take them, and then swing back down to the capital for whatever they remains. And then we're a unified front again, because that's what they wanted. They wanted to disband our. They wanted to fracture our whole operation, which they have done, but hopefully not for long. So if we pick up and go, we can put the pieces back together, and it won't be one front against three, it'll be one front against each other.
One of them's going to pipe up. So we avoid a fight entirely. Let the people who are destroying our empire walk free until we maybe can fight them later.
No, we go back up the army that is fake, because the army that was facing the capital split in two. Half of it went here, half Life. So if we, let's say, pack up our stuff here and go a full Life, Church of Life and Church of Order, go face half an army, and then immediately swing back around for the second, we'll be long gone before the time they get here. And we'll be all set up, ready for them by the time they think they're ready to fight.
You see them, like, first there's looks of confusion before they start muttering to themselves, and they realize that that's actually a really fucking good plan. That's a really fucking good plan. Yeah, everyone here is completely on board. That's a fucking genius thing. And as there's murmurs of agreement and like people are beginning to ready themselves, one of the clerics is going to raise his hand, a younger looking man. What of the library? We've spent centuries protecting that. There's information there which could be valuable to the attackers if they were to find it. We can't pick up and take everything with us.
How big is it? How big is the library?
They're going to look at each other, and no one really seems to know.
Bags holding? I don't think so. They don't hold that much.
Burn it. If the
I don't
library
think
can't
that
be brought with us, and Leon will gain advantage from it, then it is already lost. Burn the library, start again from scratch. Any information there can be recovered.
What if we seal it down? Bury it.
This is the Arcanum we're talking about. No magical lock you can devise, they won't be able to get through in time. And they will have nothing but time. If you think that they will gain advantage from this library, then to save as many lives as possible, destroy it. Knowledge is important, but lives are more important.
How many days would it take to get here to the Church of Life?
To the Church of Life, maybe a week. You'd
Maybe a
suspect it'd be longer for the second half of the army to reach there. So by the time that you reach it, the Church of Life will already be under siege. However, there will only be one half of the army to contend with.
So, realistically, 2 weeks. We need to be able to make junior clerics and junior paladins. Scalpel with the library.
We'll take what we can, sir. They salute.
Destroy what we can't take, because if they get their hands on it, we lose.
If you start with the most valuable stuff and then only leave behind what is common or more common, the loss will be less.
It will be a shame to sacrifice our religious text, but if it must be done, then it will be done, sir.
We take a most valuable, leave whatever we can be recovered and or restored at a later date. Something that can't be restored, we try and take with us. But if we get our initiates out of here with it, probably guarded by a few people, and the rest of us go and reinforce Life, we should be back with it. We should be able to make it back here in 2 weeks. If we rush.
One of the other high paladins one of the other higher paladins, sorry,
You still-
steps forward. My lord, with all due respect, sir, I don't think it's a good idea to have any of our forces remain. Where we go as one.
I wasn't talking about remaining. I'm talking about them removing their investments and going hiding among the populace.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me, oh, sorry, sorry to interrupting, but I'm assuming you have non-combatants, yes?
No.
No.
Everyone here in this church is a highly trained martial combatant.
Even the cleric.
Whether that be-
Sorry, even the what are they called? The clerks.
There are no clerks. We have clerics who handle our religious scripture, but even they command Loren's might.
Fuck yeah, bring them with us.
What if we turn our little library into a traveling one?
We can't take them all. I think that's what we've been established.
We
Here's
can't
what I
take them all,
think.
but what
Sorry, go ahead.
we can't take them all, but what we can't take, and initiates who I don't think can handle the front lines. Just remove their investments and go live among the populace for a while until we can regather the order. They
We
take
need every
whatever-
combatant we can get, regardless of strength. If they are trained in any capacity, they can fight against the regular soldiers. We can't be worried about sending potential allies away. If you're worried about the books or the novels or whatever we're saving from your library, we could take them part of the way to the Church of Life and then bury them, then mark their location to return to at a later date. Or if we all fail, at least then the knowledge will be preserved for maybe a future generation to restart your church.
It's pretty smart.
An intelligence of
Okay.
8.
Me too.
Sacristan, you see the other clerics and the other higher paladins as they kind of look around at each other, realizing the scope of this plan and the existential threat that faces them. They're going to look towards you, and it starts with one, but it quickly spreads to the others as they put a fist to their opposing shoulder and kneel, bowing their heads towards you. Lord Paladin Brendan.
Brendan looked startled because he was having a minor match with Timaeus.
Timaeus is going. You turn to Timaeus. Timaeus is going to go down on one knee and copy the gesture.
Oh, thank you for this confidence you have in me.
Okay.
But I don't think we have much time left. So, plan is to take whatever we can't bring and bury it. On the way there, while we're traveling to Life, to reinforce them.
One of the paladins is going to raise a salute and say, "We'll begin the order for evacuation, sir."
Long live the Lord Paladin!
Okay. Before we carry on, I'm going to go for a quick piss.
Cool. While you're at it, look at your WhatsApp messages.
Already seen it, and trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Harper's in the process of trying to cool off. That was a lot to take in for him.
If only you knew calm emotions.
Was it just Brendan?
Brendan's always been hot, but now he's sexy.
Okay.
Harper loves a bit of authority.
Okay. Was that a decent plan?
Yeah, no,
But
man. That was fucking stellar. That was some of the best role playing you've ever done. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
All right.
Because
Next
I was
time-
making that up.
No, that is honestly that's half of role playing. Don't overthink it. Just go with your gut. That's what
Yeah,
I do.
Because honestly, I forgot that the Church of Order doesn't have non-combatants.
So did I.
I was thinking about like the newly initiated, the people who
Yeah.
haven't started proper
The
training.
babies, the baby
The
rich
babies.
boys.
They take off their vestments and go back to common aware and hide among the populace with their knowledge.
Hmm.
And then
Fair plan.
if
Oh,
we all-
no, you guys would probably know this. The initiates are usually trained in Corin. If they were initiates, they're fucking dead.
Rip.
Civilian casualties. Let's go.
Ah, love a bit
Ah.
of collateral damage.
No, you've got
Yeah,
a
but
lot
no,
of Warcraft.
everyone in here is at minimum a level 1 or 2 cleric or a level 1 or 2 paladin.
What's a few war crimes between friends? Leon, that old prankster.
I think we've done our fair
We have
share
never
of-
committed a war crime.
no, never.
No, I legitimately don't think we've ever committed a war crime because the only time we would have committed a war crime was when we attacked that hobgoblin village, and Tamaya specifically fucking spat his dummy out to prevent that from happening.
True.
Trust me, I'm a soldier. I've been keeping my eye on that shit.
Yeah, no, the closest that you came was when the army attacked the village and they retreated. But even then, you didn't attack the retreating army, so there's no war crime there.
Yeah, exactly. We are
Yeah.
scrubbed clean. Technically speaking, as a party, not necessarily as individuals, but as a party, we have never done anything wrong.
Brutus could change that.
Brutus could change that. That is very specific.
Really?
I didn't say
Just
as an
would
individual.
have changed that.
I am glad he's dead.
Right. So, after giving your command, Lord Paladin, the church is a flurry of activity. Everyone is either readying equipment to go or is heading towards the barracks to muster troops, the blacksmith and armory to gather what they can. So, it's picking up everything and going. You'd know that roughly there's maybe a day until the other army gets here, and they are spending that day doing everything you command. As this is happening, do you guys have anything to say to each other?
Well,
Nothing
that
specific
was-
comes to mind.
I mean, I had
that's
loads that I
nice.
could say. I actually kind of want to talk to Rivik.
Let's pause for a second from Timaeus and Brendan and go to Harper, Esmeralda, and Rivik. What do you three have to say about what's going on?
Well, I mean, Harper had to spend the whole of that speech calming himself down because that for him that was fucking hot.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm gonna say, as Blake, when you fucking kicked the door down, Brendan, I was sat forward in my chair. That was sick.
Thank you.
Anyway, Esmeralda, Rivik.
No comment really.
Cool.
I feel like
Rivik?
Brendan handled it quite well.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. I think it's a
Yeah.
good plan. The only bit of roleplay in there is probably standing next to Harper originally, and then after watching him hyperventilate, slowly stepping sideways.
Same. I'm with Rivik on that one.
Were you guys flanking him and just slowly inching away to just an island of solitude?
Pretty
Just, yeah.
much.
but
We're all
yeah, no,
standing
also-
uncomfortably away from each other now.
Connor, did you come up with that plan for the armies on the spot, or was you planning
Yes.
that ahead of time? Because
No.
that's actually a really good plan. The group of 100 soldiers is going to be able to move significantly faster than the group of thousands that are coming towards the church.
Yeah, the
You're
moment
going to be
you,
able to outmaneuver them.
the moment you told me 100 soldiers, I went,
A few
Oh,
hundred, maybe two,
a few
300.
hundred. A few hundred.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't keep this.
Yeah, no,
church
it was-
will- we
Genuinely,
need-
you're thinking like a member of the Church of Order. Well, anyway, before we carry on, Timaeus, you said you wanted to talk to Rivik.
Yes, I want to pull Rivik aside whilst all the Church of Order nonsense is happening.
Literally pulls him.
Literally, yeah, I pick him up by the scruff of the neck
Yeah.
and carry him.
It's
to a
like, no, I
dark
want
corner.
you here at the
Come with
side.
me.
Yoink.
Look, if you stand where you are for too long, you might get banished again. So come with me real quick.
True.
Rivik, I need to ask you a few questions. Obviously, you spent a lot of time around the Arcanum, more than any of us.
I did.
Were there any big names we should actually keep an eye out for on the battlefield? Any particularly powerful spellcasters that might be a problem, or are they all more researchers rather than combatants?
Ooh. That, okay. I only
Rivik?
know of, me personally, the guy who died with the Arcanum.
The Lord High Artificer.
Yes. Is there anyone else that I would know of or have heard of?
That is the person
Jiraiya.
who would give you. That would be the person who would give you the most, like the most recollection. I guess that's how you phrase it. And then that's the person who you would know was in charge of you being tortured and experimented on, and he's fucking dead. Pickles took care of that. In terms of that, you'd know that the power structure of the Arcanum rotates regularly. No one is in control for very long. So, and everyone, it ebbs and everyone's in a constant power struggle. They're all trying to kick the ankles of everyone else around them to get to the top.
Wait, is the
And right
Arcanum
now-
the Sith Empire?
No. Anyway, the person who's currently at the top is Archmage Jiraiya.
Damn. Okay. Right. In character. There was
Nick, shut
one.
the fuck up, by the
back-
way.
in the Arcanum, but I'm pretty sure Pickles dealt. No, I not even that. He drops his head, did he not?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. The head that we received from Pickles was originally our biggest threat, but I'd say, from what I know, it's probably Jiraiya at this moment in time.
Interesting. Didn't really get to see what he was capable of. I don't know how much of a combatant he is, or if he is purely on the research side of it. You got to assume he's at least moderately competent. Do you?
He must have been competent enough for an apprentice.
He
To,
had
like, to
Kit.
have an apprentice. I mean,
His apprentice was Kit. That is
yes.
truly a damning indictment of his skills.
Look,
Let me
you
meet the
can,
kid, man.
you can
He's not
be
even here.
given a promotion, yeah? You can't choose the people that work under you.
Yeah, but he didn't even get the promotion. He stole the promotion from our hard work. Literally, the only reason he is
True.
Archmage right now is because Esmeralda is smart enough to figure out how the
'Cause-
tanks work.
Everyone else.
Oh no!
I
I
To be
did
going to
all
be
that
real,
work.
if Esmeralda was in the Arcanum still actively, she would be Lord High Archmage.
Yeah, that's literally what I was about to say. Esmeralda should have his job.
Again, we're talking. So Brendan's now the head of the Church of Order. Timaeus would be probably head of the Incrementus. Esmeralda would be head of the Arcanum. Rivik would be head of the Ranger Corps, and Harper. Well,
Head of the Church
actually,
of
we're going to
Life.
save Harper. We're gonna.
Oh,
we're gonna
maybe
save
not. Harper, you've got competition
Hang on
for
a minute.
bestest
Huh?
boy.
Oh no, it's more because the head of the Church of Life both died, and you're heading there next. So
Oh, that's fair. Good point.
Oh baby.
Oh my god, we're gonna be like the new ruling
Ranger Corps,
fucking
baby.
structure of whatever's left. Regardless, here's look. Final question for you, Rivik, because I do need to get
Yes.
this out of the way so we can carry on with the fucking campaign.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
pause there, Nick. Originally, I was going to have the whole fucking battle and siege planned of the Church of Order defending against the army and all of that. You guys are skipping that, so we
Bitchy.
have plenty of time.
Oh, fantastic! In that case, allow me to ask
Excellent.
several dozen more questions of
Ask me
increasing
many
specifics.
questions.
No, in all seriousness, from what you've seen of the members of the Arcanum, how squishy would you say they are on average? Do you think you could assassinate Archmage Jiraiya?
Hang on 1 second.
I'm hanging on.
Several seconds have passed.
Is he messaging me, or is he?
I assume. So Sonia, how's your day been going?
I played Crusader Kings all
Oh,
day.
sorry, I'm back.
And Star Trek.
That's about it. And Tartek.
Could you just repeat that question for me?
How squishy and stabbable is Jiraiya, do you think?
Ooh. To be fair, I think you probably know the same as me. We worked with Jiraiya the same amount.
We met him like twice.
Exactly.
I mean, you've met
It,
loads of-
as he was, he would have known of like guards and heard of other people, but he wasn't. He was kept in a cell in the Arcanum, so his understanding of how powerful someone like Jiraiya is would be based on the amount of time you spent with him, which was the same for all of us.
Fair. Because, all right. Look,
Depends on how thick his armor was. That's
I
the
don't think he wears a robe, dude.
Then fucking stabbable as shit.
All right. If you get the opportunity, I give you full blanket permission to eat that man.
I'm glad you have granted me this position, but in all honesty, I was probably going to do it anyway.
He did not need your permission. He did not need your permission.
I'm just,
to
I'm
eat.
just letting you know, as Rivik's bestie, I want him to know I won't judge him for killing this man via teeth.
And even though Jiraiya wasn't the one actively in control at the time, he is now the figurehead
Oh, but
of the
fuck that
organization.
guy.
Oh yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I want Kit in charge.
I'll give him the opportunity to be like,
I will
"You can
kill as
join
many
our side
people
if
as
you
is
want."
necessary so that Kit gets the position by default.
A level 3 wizard.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you understand.
He's now level 3 though. He
Good for
went up
him.
whilst you
I'm
guys
happy for
whilst you
him.
guys were away.
We take Kit, we force him to kill people and XP level.
Yeah, we'll
And
train
then
him up. We'll switch
He
level
can
in.
join us in the final battle.
Like a Pokemon.
He's actually as a subclass. He took War Mage. He's actually pretty good.
What
That
the
seems,
fuck?
that seems incredibly out of character. I don't say
Yeah,
all
I
this
know.
time. I swore he was an
Wrong
I thought he was an
War
alchemist artificer.
No, he was a wizard.
Oh, damn. Anyway, let's go gather up with the rest of the crew.
Okay, you guys, after having a conversation, go back down to the Church of Order. Again, it's still a flurry of activity. Pushing his way through the hurried crowd is High Priest Sacristan, and despite the death and destruction that you guys have described, he seems to have the biggest, most proud smile on his face as he motions towards Brendan, and seeing his prodigy now become Lord Paladin, is going to kneel in front of him with his head bowed. My lord, it is a pleasure to call you as such.
Ah. Father, we have no need for this.
He picked himself up. There's something that I wanted to discuss with you. You are now, for all intents and purposes, the head of our church. And as a result, there is a secret that I feel like I must share with you. Relevant now more than ever. As you
Yes,
know,
sir.
our beliefs of Lauren and by extension the king's nature are, well, they're a splinter, not shared amongst the rest of the church. But there is a
Yes.
reason why we hold it. Now, I relied my entire life on faith for this justification, but I was told by my superior, who was told by his superior before him, that there is evidence buried deep beneath the secret crypt. Now, if we are finally evacuating this place, if you have so commanded, then I don't want to leave that behind. I need to see it for myself. And I would like you and your comrades to come with me.
I'm eating cheese on its own, just as a callback to several sessions ago.
What?
Don't worry. That was a sorry, random thought. Carry on.
Grate the parmesan into your mouth.
Actually, a laughing cow. I'm just eating entire squares whole.
Uh, so
Brendan.
that's to see this evidence because, Father, I am losing faith in this speculation after what happened today, or what happened just a few days ago.
I fear me too. But again, if we're evacuating, then this is as good of excuse as any.
Let us go see this evidence then.
Okay. He looks towards the rest of you. This is a great honor to be bestowed with. You can take this as a pledge of allegiance, not just from me, but the entire church itself. We trust you and everything you can do to protect us.
Neat.
Yeah.
He raises his eyebrows for a second before turning around, uh, motioning you towards the secret library. Again, the two high paladins standing guard cross their spears as you approach before realizing who it is and immediately uncrossing their spears and say, under the grace of Lauren above, you may enter, bringing you down the stairs.
Ooh,
Again, currently the secret.
I was saying, as we walk, can I ask the high priest the question?
High Priest Sacristan.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
So I am a bit curious if you could answer a question for me. Do you believe, like Brendan does, that the king is actually your god manifest, or is there something more to it?
Yes, I do. So I can't if I do, but to be honest, as I must in these holy grounds, my faith recently has been shaken, especially with the fallout of everything that's happened. I'm hoping this, if anything, can restore it.
So this evidence we're heading towards, it's to prove that the king is actually the god?
Maybe such thing is clouded in secrecy and the dissolution of truths as ages past.
What if it's wrong?
Then everything I have thought I believed over the course of the last 20 years of my life has been a lie.
Well, no. Your god clearly exists, otherwise your clerics wouldn't have power. You'd just be wrong about its presence on your planet. Like, regardless of what we find down here, your god is real. It has to be, otherwise your entire religion wouldn't have worked for as long as it has.
I'm not talking about my religion, Timaeus. I'm the one who signed the Great Covenant. I'm the one who helped forge everything that this kingdom stands on. And I did so with the belief that the one who wrote that was my God manifest. If I'm wrong, then I don't know what I'm fighting for.
Saving lives?
Yeah. That's the only thing I have left. I might have left.
Take this as some comfort from someone who found religion rather recently. Even if all you do with your life is save a single life, to that one life, your existence is the most important thing of all. At the end of the day, it is not what we believe or even what is true that really matters. It's our actions that define us.
You were a poor fit for the Incrementus.
I wasn't. I have just grown through my experience.
And I'm
Rather
glad to see.
unwillingly, I must add.
Experience. It's the best tutor you could ask for.
Yes, as a
And you should be proud of the man you.
as
you
a
should
wise
be proud of the
captain.
man you've
So go
become.
ahead, go.
Yeah, experience is the best tutor one could ask for. And you should be proud of the man you've become, regardless of how you got there.
A wise captain once said to me, experience outranks everything. I miss Captain Rex.
Okay, so you guys head down to the secret library. Again, there's much less activity here, but still very dense, as people are shoveling books and scrolls into bags as much as they can, building backpacks that are nearly as big as they are, dragging them out of the secret library and above. You stand in this vault below the church. Sacristan is going to start looking around. I don't understand. It has to be somewhere around here. He's going to start like opening books, flicking through them, putting them back, opening scrolls, reading them, putting them back.
Go towards the romantic fiction section.
Anyone else have any ideas?
Anything geographic or historical?
So you're opening.
What are
books,
we
okay?
What's the name
looking
of the
for
book we're looking
specifically?
for?
There is no. You don't know. There's just something hidden below the secret library.
Oh,
Just something.
anyone who knows like locate object, maybe like look for secret door or something.
I've got find traps. Does that include secret doors?
I think it includes being.
Uh,
a fucking
I
orc
have
yourself, but you
locate
shouldn't have
object.
taken-
Can I just roll an investigation check to see if I find anything cool?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
I give myself guidance.
You
rolled a
find the
4.
hentai section.
Fine. Yeah, you find the hentai section.
Holy
Apparently, Laura was
shit!
into some spicy shit, man.
What the fuck, man? This is a weird library.
Though you realize you kind of misread it, and it's actually a study in the biology of octopi.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
You just misread it to begin with.
Hey, Esmeralda, I think you might be interested in these books.
For some reason, I thought.
I look at
Divine's
them in
Head would help.
disappointment.
They're biology. You like biology. Think of
Not
it.
quite my biology.
You could make
So
a
what is
zombie
everyone-
octopus.
What is everyone doing? We'll start from the top with Harper.
I don't know.
Okay, Harper doesn't know.
Honestly,
We'll wrap back.
honestly,
wrap-
he's just observing, if anything, because he's not really
Observing.
someone who'd want to go
Make
looking
a-
through the book.
Make a perception check for me, Harper.
Mhm.
10. Yeah, there's some cool shit here. You know, stuff like original foundational documents of the kingdom itself, copies of the Grand Covenant that governed everything, how the powers were split. Very interesting stuff. As well as histories of scholars of Lauren, stories of famous knights and paladins from ages before, even a history of great battles before the Great Collapse in the previous empire. But nothing relevant to something hidden. Esmeralda, what are you doing?
I'm looking for a book that might tell me where the fuck the headquarters of the Church of Light are.
I'm gonna just let you know right away before you like roll for it and waste your action that the Church of Order is gonna have nothing on that.
Well, that's a shame. In that case, Not gonna have anything on the flesh monsters here.
Flesh monsters now. That is more likely that they have.
Oh, they would. Then in that
more
case, I will
likely.
look something for that.
Okay, make a investigation check for me.
Can I give myself guidance?
You can give yourself guidance. Unnatural
Okay.
20.
And my guidance. Do. It's taken a minute.
Either way, an unnatural 20 is very good. So, you know, I like your chances.
Plus
4,
four.
max roll. God damn. Okay, yeah.
I
So
can also give myself flash of genius.
you don't need to.
Cool.
You find a book buried towards the more recent side of the section on a stone wall. And pulling it out and flicking through, you find documentations of written evidence of the flesh creatures. You seem to, sorry, not seem to, as you flick through, you see that the flesh creatures operate strangely. They seem to summon mass from almost nothing, being able to grow independently from anything else and not really needing any sustenance, something unobserved in any normal creature. You also see that some of the spores that were collected from the Arcanum, harvested by you guys and other sources, if one of them is inflicted with stimuli, the others also seem to react, even if there are walls or barriers between them. There's a shared, hesitate to call it consciousness, but a shared sense there between them. They operate as if through something that you can't see.
Okay. Is there anyone from the Church of Order around?
Yeah, there's mostly clerics, a couple of paladins who are all again piling knowledge into rucksacks and bags to pull away.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to join them and I will pocket the book.
As you do so, pocketing the book, you briefly glance back at the hole that it left in the wall, seeing the stone beneath it, and you see with a 24, you see a small etching in the stone. It seems to be a part of an arc of a larger circle. The rest of it hidden behind books. And
I'm literally just going to swipe all of the books off the shelf.
Swiping the books off the shelves and piling them onto the floor, the clerics and paladins are in such a hurry that although they seem to react with shock for a brief moment, seeing the company that you're with, they don't question you. And you follow the arc until it begins to form the top half of the circle, with the etchings of the holy symbol of Lauren behind it, still obscured the rest of it by the bookshelf itself.
I'm going to summon everyone.
Yeah, Brennan hearing the commotion is going to beat your Shayla because
I am
these
being
books are
summoned.
old and heavy, and they might
Everyone
fall.
who wishes to make a strength check or give someone else advantage on their strength check.
I will take the
I'll
strength
give
check.
advantage.
I will take the strength check as well.
I give advantage.
So
guidance.
in that case,
Oh, I'm
so
down
Harper is casting guidance. Esmeralda and Rivik are giving advantage to Brendan and Timaeus.
Is it strength or is it athletics?
I got
Strength.
23.
Sorry, just strength.
Brendan got a 23. Just for fun, to make
21.
roll as well. 21. So with a 23 and a 21, with everyone helping together, Brendan and Timaeus taking
Plus
the
4
brunt of the
guidance.
physical force, you are going to tear the bookcase from the wall, revealing a stone slab carved into the wall itself, with the symbol of Lauren etched into it. It seems to call to you, Brendan, with some kind of faint power.
Brendan, touch
I'm
the
gonna
wall.
I'm going to walk up and touch the wall.
Okay. as you do, you feel something being pulled out of you, as if there is a magical draw to your god itself.
Brennan gasps in just shock. And oh,
As instinctually, almost as if a hand is guiding you, you feel the call to use your channel divinity.
I use it.
Channeling your divinity into your hands, a crisp blue glow spreads through your armor and down into the tips of your fingers. As it does so, it touches the stone and spreads throughout it, eventually funneling into the etchings in the stone like water. And as this pours through, the symbol begins to glow with a divine blue radiance. And as it does so, the stone slides backwards before collapsing onto the floor behind it, revealing a secret chamber leading to a staircase.
Secret tunnel.
Secret
Secret
tunnel. Okay. Well, I think
I'm
we
not
found
going
the hidden
first.
passage, Father.
Yeah.
I'm willing to
I
go
cast-
first.
I cast light wheel on my plate and start heading down.
I'm right
Okay.
behind him.
Sakura-san is going to stop you. You see sweat beading on his forehead, his chest rising and falling. Brendan, whatever's down there, bring it back up here. He looks towards Timaeus. Call me weak, I know, but I can't face this at the minute.
You claustrophobic?
I'm scared. Brendan, I trust you more than I've trusted anyone in this church before. Find me with what you found, please.
Father. I don't think, for all the work, all these secrets, and all this fear you have, you're going to stand back at the last step and do nothing? Come on.
I'm not,
Sure.
Brendan, I'm not doing nothing. I'm trusting you.
If you're sure.
Pity an old man. Please.
Okay.
He's going to pull you into a hug. And those that are looking, as his head is just about able to reach Brendan's shoulder, you see tears welling up and pouring out of his eyes. As he then releases Brendan and with his staff in one hand, pulls himself out of the secret library.
Should check on him in a moment after this.
So stairs.
There's Brendan. You take the lead.
I was quiet for as long as I could.
Okay. Taking the lead, Brendan, you begin down the stairs. And as you do, you notice that it's pitch black in here. But taking a few steps forward, a torch on the wall ignites, illuminating a few steps forward. Traveling down the stairs more, another torch ignites, and again and again. And eventually, traveling down a spiral staircase, you seem to walk for what feels like at least, if not minutes, maybe even hours as you go deeper and deeper down. As you go deeper and deeper down. Eventually, though, the torches that ignite in front of you, you see the flames themselves begin to slow as they ebb back and forth until eventually, going deeper and deeper, the flames hang silent and still in the air, still casting their light, but as if time itself is frozen in this place. Seeing this strange sight, eventually you reach the bottom of the staircase, and before you is a enormous chamber. You can't begin to comprehend the size of it, but an objective measurement, maybe a few 100 feet across and significantly longer wide. It's barren stone, dusted and coated in cobwebs, with enormous marble pillars supporting the ceiling above you, everything framing a stone block in the center of the room. You recognize the shape of it. This is a coffin. And inside, and Brendan, you would understand this, though none of your troop would. Inscribed on the rim of the coffin are sigils in a strange alien language, Celestial.
I squint, touch my head, and what does it say?
Tilting your head, the torches that now line the room are illuminating very dimly and casting shadows. Makes it hard to read, but you see, here lies a great being from a distant age. In our time of strife, may he rise again. As you step closer, you hear the faint dum, dum, dum of a heartbeat.
Hey, stab it!
Brendan tilts his head and asks, "Does anyone else hear the heartbeat?"
The rest of you do.
Yes, we
It's
do.
faint, muffled, as if hidden behind a layer of stone.
I walk up to the sarcophagus, put my hands on it, and then look at Brendan inquisitively.
As you put your hands on it, Timaeus, the silence fills the room once again before being broken by loud, echoing footsteps. Approaching from around the corner of the sarcophagus is a figure. You can't see his face. It's being shaded by a cloak that he wears around his shoulders, hiding the form underneath. The cloak itself is made of shimmering gold thread, and atop of it, a crown. It's bright gold, seemingly radiating divine light into the room around you. A figure that you, Rivik, would recognize.
I swear to God, if
Oh.
it's a vampire, I'm gonna.
Oh, oh, is
He-
it
I-
Kane?
It's not Kane.
Can
The
I
figure-
channel? Could
The figure,
Wait, wait.
quickly find sense?
you can.
Trigger
Triggering divine sense,
sense.
you are overwhelmed with celestial energy.
Oh, good, not a vampire.
As the crown
Persuasion.
of this figure seems to shine brightly, illuminating the otherwise dimly lit room. Although its face isn't visible, you can feel it staring down at you. As it points at Brendan, extending a hand you can't see underneath the mix of shadows and radiant energy, and then points its hand towards the sarcophagus.
Brendan follows as that's what the golden cloak, this golden god says to do.
Okay. As you place your hand on the sarcophagus, Brendan, the figure itself will also raise it and place it on the same. And the celestial letters erupt into a brilliant white light, and your mind is overtaken by flashing images that tell a consistent story. There was a kingdom before this, ruled by a figure of immense power. He himself ruled with an iron fist, but was kind and gentle. Some would call him a god. And though so many believed it, it would eventually become so. He wielded weapons forged from a different race and would ascend to godhood himself. But with his ascension, he was no longer mortal and could therefore no longer act as king. And so his kingdom would collapse, leading to over a century of ruin. Sat atop his divine pedestal, he would realize that such decay could not be tolerated, and through whatever energy he could muster, once again summoned a mortal form, the form that now stands before you. He would bury his previous body, the mortal, the giant that now lies in the coffin that you hold your hand to. And he would build something better, something grander. He would not rely on his own strength, but instead the strength of his children. The West would be given to the angel of diplomacy, the one whose silver tongue could forge bonds that none can break. The East, the angel of tragedy, whose keen mind could guide victory even in the darkest of times. The North, for the angel of violence, whose bloodthirst would slay any enemy who stands in his kingdom's way. And the South would be given to the angel of conquest. The one would ensure that the borders never stopped spreading. The one who would ensure that his kingdom would be eternal. But he learnt of the folly of mortals and how raising his children in such conditions could backfire. And upon the children being delivered to mortal courts, he would forge another, one raised in anointed cloth, one, the only one who would be told the truth of existence. He would raise the fifth angel, the one who, if any steered from the path, would be the correcting force to rebuild the empire to what it was supposed to be. The angel of justice, the one whose hand now slowly slides the lid of the sarcophagus away from its base, revealing the giant body of Lauren's old body that lies, if not dead, at least slumbering. You snap back to reality, seeing the lid now on the floor next to the stone monument in front of you, the golden figure having disappeared, the sound of the heartbeat now raging. Its chest has been splayed open, revealing the heart that pounds beneath, and in its enormous grip is a sword, a great sword that nearly extends down to the giant's knees, and in its hilt, a glowing symbol, a symbol that you would be familiar with. It's a weapon token, one that emanates a radiant awe.
Brendan reaches out and grips. He's going to grip the handle, the sword.
Okay.
And
Hmm?
oh, sorry. I don't know if you should pull it. Because this sword is piercing the heart of his father.
This is the body your father used to inhabit. The gift now given freely to you and your allies. As Brendan, you acquire the token of divinity, whose powers we will discuss later. Brendan, as you take a step aside, this token now in your hand, the heart still raging with its intense heartbeat. Esmeralda, though the figure has disappeared, you feel a weight on your shoulder, as if a hand was rested there.
Okay. I look over at my shoulder.
You don't see anything, but it seems accepting.
Acceptance.
The heartbeat rages still.
I'm gonna just look over at anyone to see if they're reacting to any errant hands on their shoulders.
No one else seems to be.
Note to self, talk to the cleric about this later.
Esmeralda, a heart of a great being lies in front of you.
Lick
Oh,
the
fuck!
heart.
Is there
Lick the heart.
Is there anything you wish to do?
I want it.
Okay.
Look, a distraction.
You come to the side of the sarcophagus, seeing this heart. Despite the rest of the body decayed and old, the heart still seems to be fresh and young. Still beating, though no blood is being pumped.
Can I come up with a nice way to extract it and then preserve it?
Yeah, you don't know if it needs preserving based on how long it's been down here, but
Out
you
of
can
interest,
definitely extract it
how
cleanly.
big is this heart? Are we talking golf ball or minivan?
We're talking basketball.
Good luck.
Cool. I'm gonna I'm gonna pull Timaeus over. I'm gonna dump everything that's in my backpack into his backpack, and then I'm gonna put the heart in my backpack.
Okay.
Okay.
So you climb over very carefully and surgically, bring your scalpel out, cut each vein and artery before retrieving the heart. And as you do so, you see the torches on the wall, they suddenly begin waving once again, time resuming as you take the celestial heart.
Timaeus is
Brendan.
remarkably okay with this.
Brendan, you've revealed the truth about yourself, the king, even, well, Prince Leon. And now with the token of divinity in your hand, what do you want to do?
I think I should go tell father.
Okay. As you lead the charge up the staircase again, torch is now flowing freely. So eventually you climb your way back into the secret library.
This is going to be a very awkward talk. As I go search for him.
Okay.
I'm
Leaving
going
the
to give Brendan a very awkward pat on the shoulder.
Okay. So, leaving the secret library, taking charge of your comrades and charging forwards, there seems to be something different as you walk towards the entrance of the Church of Order. The busy crowds fall silent, watching you with a strange and unknown respect, until eventually, sitting on the marble steps in front of the entrance, watching tens of dozens of clerics and paladins hurry themselves, readying for evacuation. High Priest Sacristan is going to look over his shoulder with tears in his eyes and say, well,
He had not but 4 sons. He had not 4 children. He had 5. The conquest strategist, did the diplomats. What was the last one?
violence.
And violence. And if any strayed on the path he set them, he would send them justice. As I release my wings.
Holy fucking shit!
His eyes go wide, and forgetting himself for a brief moment, he's going to scramble onto both of his knees, lowering his head into a deep bow. And as he does that, you see every other paladin and cleric, seeing this divine might manifest in front of them, is going to do the same. As before long, you have hundreds of people bowing before you.
I can do that too.
Shut the fuck up. Brendan, what do you do?
While I have you here for but a moment, I shall tell you the story of a bottle mortal man and his rise to godhood. Of the man we know as the god we know of Lauren, and the god we serve. And how we shall set his order right. As I share the vision Lauren shared with me.
Okay. One by one, the bowing figures eventually pick themselves up before saluting you. Now, rather than 100 worshippers, you have 100 soldiers at your command.
The plan is still set. We leave when we're ready.
They let out a group command before resuming their duties. Now, instead of a blustered panic, a righteous devotion, fueling their hearts. As Sacristan is going to shakily bring himself up, still feeling the need to bow his head, but fighting the urge with everything that he has. Well, my lord, as you see a smile begin to crawl across his face. Well, I'm not entirely sure what to say.
There is nothing to say. Because you raised me. So you are still my father.
My son. Weeping tears of joy, he calls you in. Now, the token of divinity, sorry. Once per short rest, when you would roll to deal radiant damage, you can instead ignore the roll and deal maximum damage instead.
Oh, oh
Yes.
God!
Yes.
I beg your fucking finest pardon.
Yes. Because if I'm going to buff the fights as much, fuck it. Power scaling goes out the window.
This kind of reminds me of that axe from that one game Connor ran.
Yeah,
No, fuck it. Once for short, not short, sorry, long. Once for long rest. But if you would deal radiant damage, you can instead, forgo the roll and do maximum damage instead.
So what coin are you taking out, Connor? Because I'm pretty sure you already had 3 coins, didn't you?
He did.
Weird.
I had 2 coins to give me 1d6 fire, and a coin to give my hammer thrown, because that thrown is just so useful.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have range otherwise.
So which
Sounds
one are
like
you
one of
getting rid of? One of the fires or the throne?
I'll take one of the fires out to give. They'll take it down to 1d4.
Okay.
Who
I'll
wants the
edit
fire
the-
then?
We can sort that out at the end of the session. We'll wrap it up here. Just wanted to give him an update on what that actually did. Because again, it turns out Brendan is literally an angel. That being said, Brendan, can you change your, subconsciously at least, because I don't think you can do it on your document. Your creature type is now celestial.
Neat.
I'm actually going to
A
see.
I wanna bash
celestial,
him.
you say?
I want to
Oh
banish.
god! If you cast Planar Binding on him, I will stab you.
No, there's something else.
Mhm.
But no, of course, Sonia, I didn't forget about your backstory as well. Come on. Anyway, the Church of Order begin their preparations to evacuate, and before the night begins to set, they are ready. Taking command of your troops, Brendan, you charge towards the Church of Life, with your limited numbers easily being able to outmaneuver the approaching army. Sure now that they will go to siege an empty temple. I don't think we have enough time to get into the siege that you guys are going to get into, so we are going to end the session there. Unless there is anything any of you want to say before we leave.
I want to talk to Harper.
Go for it.
Okay, so Tobias, at some point when we have a free moment, is going to pull Harper aside. Harper, you're more experienced in religious and clerical matters than myself. Did we just learn that Brendan is the son of a god?
I suppose I'd say we have. These things do happen, dear.
Okay. Why doesn't our
Granted,
god
not very
ever,
often.
why doesn't our god ever manifest themselves into the actual material plane?
He's gonna sort of give you a bit of a shush symbol. So, honey, you shouldn't really talk like that about your deity.
Right, but it seems like our god could have been really helpful if they'd have just done what the Order god did.
Well, dear, isn't that part of having faith? It's a bit of putting the trust into the unknown.
Right, but I'm new to this.
And it might have just been easier for Lauren to do this because he
Brennan,
was
you shut up. You're not part of this conversation. You've had your cool, awesome starring moment.
Well, dear,
Just because you're
following,
jealous doesn't mean I can't.
well, dear, following any religion is always going to have some moments of difficulty, and some will maybe falter for a short amount of time. Some will falter altogether. But I like to think that any of the higher ups in a deity would expect a level of faith to be placed in where they are willing to push through their doubts.
Right. But all I'm saying is, a lot of people are dead, and we're part of the Church of Life. Is there really nothing else Nativus can do?
To be fair, Nick/Timaeus, the last time a god
I know
manifested,
this all
didn't
kind
go
of went
well.
to shit. I get that.
didn't go well.
Timaeus is not smart, okay? He's really trying to wrap his head around cosmology, religion, and supernatural forces, and he is not built for this shit.
Well, I suppose I can't really answer that question fully. There might have been something else they could have done. There might not have been, but I choose to believe that if there was something they could have done, there was a reason why they didn't.
This is that whole keeping the faith thing again, isn't it?
Oh, you got it, darling. You're getting it.
things were so much easier when all I had to do was follow orders.
Maybe. But I like to think when you only follow orders, you do have that feeling in the back of your head, knowing that something's not right.
I mean, yeah, I did, and it sort of led me to here, so I'm not sure following it was the correct decision.
Well, you're not going to know that at the moment. That's something you find out a bit later on.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to do what I'm good at. I'm going to find the closest enemy and stab them. I'm going to leave the religious thinking to you and Brendan.
You are heading in the right direction.
Yes, I am. It's
And I'll
exactly
be
my
here if
calling.
any of them stab you back.
I trust in you completely.
Oh,
Right. Rivik, let's go get drunk.
Okay, so with that being said, Corin has fallen. Tens of thousands of innocents lay slain. However, the army has been routed. Their ability to reinforce themselves crippled. You now have at least a strategic upper hand. A divine agent of justice itself on your side, and a very intelligent woman whose plan is now 1/3 of the way complete. Despite how it may seem, all hope is not lost, but there still remains one mystery behind everything. And with that, the session ends.
Woo!
Again,